allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Start public comment on agenda items, 5-minute limit.
We're supposed to be, that's probably how it maintains that crown. Cause, you know how it lanes out, track out.
Yeah.
Where it's tracking out, especially in the middle of a packet, you just keep it coming in, you don't have to cut it.
Last week I went
Oh,
just south of the, went across there. Apparently, it is, it was nice.
I tell you what, there has, the last couple of years, probably longer than that. Before that, they would make us do it, hey, it's time, get out there, you know, and get it over, and then when it goes hard, and they say go scratch it, and get it, what's that, loose. Last 5-6 years, that's just kind of, it was, I think it was told to drive to get it over, and after that. And those trucks, take a lot of it. I mean, just, cause you can't carry it, because the road, kind of this and that.
Yeah.
I always try to take the pressure off, I try to take it off a little, you know, you can tell a little bit when you add it up, but just, man, if they don't scrape that stuff off, you know when you're in there, it kind of gets brown over here.
Laura Wilson from Dizer. So I just, from what was said last week about the animal control ordinance, excuse me. From what I understand, the Sheriff's Department's not supposed to be transporting animals. However, it does sound like it has happened. So I don't know if it's been like, short enough where they walk and it's not in a vehicle, or if some exceptions had happened, but I would think if it has been happening, it could happen again, and it would be good to have some type of precedent set in place, or something out in writing, possibly in the form of a contract, or at least in the form of maybe a resolution or an updated ordinance, just so that they are covered for that initial 1 to 2 days of food, to cover the animal or whatever. So while it may not happen regularly, it may not be, yes, we're taking them all the time. If it has happened, it would likely happen again, and it would be good to have something set in place to cover that cost for them. And also the ordinance, I know it's from 2005. It does mention impounding, but I'm not sure who else would be impounding dogs or cats in the county, that this would be affecting, like the Sheriff's Department's not doing impounding. So do we have, if we have anybody that's animal control like that in the county?
I wouldn't know.
They used to have someone in Tama that did it, but I don't know if it does.
So yeah, if we don't, if the Sheriff's Department's not impounding, no one else is, I'm not even sure what, if this is valid anymore, since it's not covering that area. So, but yeah, I just thought, my opinion would be that it'd be good to have something set in place in the event that an animal is brought in from the Sheriff's Department, just to cover at least the bare minimum, so that they're not eating all the bugs.
The winter woke me up, so.
People have been calling y'all more than today.
Oh, too many, a few, but.
All positive stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mostly all thank yous, good job.
There's actually not been too many calls, but.
You didn't get quite that far,
Yeah.
You didn't dig deep in your closet like Laura did there?
Oh, yeah.
The big
I did.
win? You do have one, don't you?
I don't. I don't.
Darn.
I didn't.
Good win for him.
It was pretty nice.
I watched the last quarter of the game.
Yeah, that's where I was watched the last quarter. Apparently don't need to be on the other side of the field to score a touchdown. Yeah, in the opponent's side.
That'll help their bowls.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You better get your calculator up, Karen, 'cause I ain't got this baby up to date fast.
I'll use my key.
You can probably use it.
Use the old math that you used in school, without the calculator.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess I had one more thing. I just wanted to say thank you for moving forward with that letter about the V18 intersection. So,
Garrison was on that.
yep.
It looks good.
Yeah, Garrison.
Yeah, I know you guys didn't write, but thank you for still moving forward with it and having him do it. So,
Hopefully it'll do some good.
yeah. And I mean, there's not much else you can do past that, but at least you're doing everything you can. So, thanks.
Fussing.
At least if they follow through and send us a letter back, we'll have something in writing.
Well, I think it's really good that you have that example of the other intersection and, you know, that it has caused a fatality, but.
Try to put in some language that they can, give us or have to give us a response back as to why Grandpa did. And why they have other ones, so. We'll see.
Well, thank you, Garrison.
All we can do.
Yeah, just my comment, thanks to Garrison for writing that very good letter, and hope it does some good, but, you know, I know what it's like to pop that hill and realize you can't stop with a full load.
Well, especially if you,
semi.
especially if you got somebody in your passing lane, then you can't move over
Right.
either.
So, appreciate that. Also want to share, I shared with Dan earlier concerning this resolution. It says something about impounding costs set by the supervisors. And I told Dan, I said, maybe that line should just be deleted and allow them to set the impounding costs.
Yeah, I seen that in there too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, why would you have them come to you and ask to change the fee by $5? Just my comment.
So it's been 18 years since that date of that resolution. Maybe you guys would want to review that and update that line. My math right? 18?
I went to go to school.
Let's see, Lindsay graduated high school.
The kid. What a kid.
Doesn't that make you feel old? Oh, you're Christopher graduating.
You're going to
Yeah.
You've been a year older than Lindsay. 04?
Yeah. So, well, that starts. See what comes.
Yeah.
Too, we got Dept, insurance department.
Right.
I knew Brad would be problem, I guess I knew Brad. I don't know what take. Well, there's a neighbor's got one, just got it across, like, that's what it's like.
Yeah. They,
Well, they complained about it.
yeah. I mean, I think everybody knows those matter. I mean,
Yeah.
when you have those in the other fields, and then got the field,
There's so much food left.
nice white now. Yeah, white now is like.
Well, I'll probably go to the meeting.
You can't take it at an angle.
Sit through it and watch it.
And it's not real, it's not a deep
Yeah.
ditch right there or anything either. That other one would be on E29.
Why, I didn't do that for the calendar. Oh, maybe it is.
It's one of the tractor.
December first.
No,
That other one is nice and flat.
for some reason, I was thinking it was the next week.
This. You didn't get this.
Oh, I bet I did. Bet I did, Dan.
When did you get that?
When I'm on the
He gets
board,
to take
so
a break.
that's probably why
Yeah.
I did.
Well, I leave on E29. I think at that anyway, yeah. With the gravel, I just know.
Yep, I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, some people do. It's like, yeah, well, it's from the moment. My problem is when people think that that's how we know all the ditches. We do all the ditches.
Yeah, but Tammy had said,
It's only someone breaking in.
then she says it to me, that to work, and I can't remember word.
Yeah, just go touch it up.
Oh,
Trevor, I saw about 100 turkeys down there. Another pumpkin stubber yesterday.
Yeah?
Oh, man, they were thick. I've never seen so many. So,
I think you can still hunt turkeys right now, I can't remember when it closes, fall season.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a fall season, you can shoot anything, you don't have to just shoot toms in the
Oh,
fall.
really?
Mhm.
That old farmer rule or what?
No, that's actually
No, that's a
DNR.
state rule.
That's a state rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, there's a
Not,
bunch of.
not that many people, not as many people hunt in the fall because they're harder to call. In the spring,
that's going on.
I thought you were gonna go buy the.
Yeah, but there aren't any holidays where you eat turkey in the spring.
I'm sure it's supposed to. I've never seen.
That'd be the time, give it for Christmas.
Put it in the freezer.
Well, now they were scattered all over Glenart's, clear down to
How about hit a turkey driving my car once, a few years ago now. I was driving the curve north of Chelsea on 4018.
Yeah, right, Michelle.
Walking alongside the road.
I'll call a regular meeting to order.
It's huge. Big.
Can I have a motion to approve both sets of minutes for the canvas and for the regular meeting?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded, to approve minutes. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Ben?
Morning. Make room for you. There's a little white stuff out there. Yeah, there is.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you order that for?
I did not order
Kids
that.
don't go sledding, did they?
Yeah, my eldest
But they
did,
ordered
but
that. Knock that off.
I know, I'm trying to get them to understand snow.
Just keep that up there, correct.
Okay, keep it up in prayer,
Yeah,
okay.
don't set it south of the river.
Alright, we had all the trucks, head out yesterday at about 5 AM, and then they just did one round, they had their flooding material, they're out today, kind of getting any little spots that were, with, trees and whatnot that don't get very good, they get shaded pretty well, and then we're just kind of gearing up for winter, putting wing posts on the graders to put our wings on there, and then putting wings on trucks for K Avenue. They're just getting some pile driven last week, and we'll probably continue to work on driving pile this week. So
They will get that bridge done this winter, will it?
I think we'll see how the weather goes, and maybe if we get a nice winter or summer kind of
Yeah.
pattern of, in the mid-40s or whatever, we can maybe get a bridge deck board and get going, but we'll see how that
Sure.
pans out with winter.
And you talked to Dorothy.
Yep, talked with her about that, with, mail. The utility, I got a utility permit from, Alliant. They're doing a whole bunch of fiber, on 310 X Avenue, 5th Avenue, I think just kind of connecting all their, their facilities together. And so it's 310 X Avenue, 5th Avenue, Highway E44, 205th Street, B18, 300th Street, K Avenue. It's kind of a big swath of things, so. Doing that. Alright, and that, for the most part, is it, I guess. Probably heading out to the shop to see if we've got a few more of the kind of the punch list items out of the way from last week, and then kind of go from there, so. Should be on the downturn and, on that, and hopefully this December we can kind of get that kind of buttoned up and finished up, so.
That would be good.
Yeah. So,
I talked to Pat on the phone this morning.
okay.
Good luck.
Yeah, we got, yeah, with the air reels and
The air compressor deal.
air compressor deals, kind of
That's,
frustrating and stuff like
I
that.
just warn you, good luck.
No, I know,
So what's wrong with your compressor?
So the air compressor, it's fine, but it's not, the air compressor is 480, 3-phase, no, hold on. It's 240, 3-phase, but the electrical supply it, but obviously there was not a coordination of, hey, this is what this air compressor is hooked up for, we should have that electrical amount to that air compressor. Now we're just doing our best to get that up and running and going.
We'll get there.
We'll get there,
We'll get there.
so,
It'd be nice.
Definitely.
so, anyway, that's it on my end, and unless you guys have anything.
Just what we talked about this morning.
Okay. Alright,
Thank you.
well, thank you.
Have a good week.
Jay,
Thank you, Ben.
you need to send a couple of boys out to put some winter driveway markers out by my place on 40th snowplow turns around.
Okay,
305th Street up the dead end.
okay.
Sometimes it's a shallow driveway and sometimes they have trouble back.
It helps.
I know we actually got, I think we ordered those, some driveway markers out because one of the drivers was like, hey, I'd really like those on those turnarounds,
Oh, yeah,
especially
it
because,
helps.
sometimes
Usually
you're
you
not-
turn around on a county line and it takes a while, if you get stuck. I'm not speaking from experience. But if you happen to miss a driveway, it takes a while for somebody to come get you and pull you out. And so those markers are a good thing, yeah.
I get some of those markers out at my place. I've only had one snowplow back into my ditch.
Okay.
Just one.
Just one.
Just one, okay.
They're nice.
Got a question, Ben. Would it be cheaper to run a 240 line to that compressor than to redo the compressor?
We talked about that. They were kind of, it was kind of either way, it was
I
gonna
mean,
be
if you
about
got
the
480 in the box,
Yeah,
you can drop it down to 240 to get to the
so.
compressor, so.
You start talking
I
that
was-
stuff, I am just.
It was kind of, I was leaving it up to electrician to kind of figure that out and know what,
Probably a good idea.
so.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, yeah, alright,
Thanks, man.
appreciate it.
Thanks, Ben.
Okay, I do not see Tammy. I have 20 till, so can I have a motion to approve claims?
I'll make that motion.
I will second. This week claims are $145,928.22.
Been moved and seconded to approve claims, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried.
Yes, Laura?
Do we need a motion for the letter for the DOT or?
Yeah, I would probably discuss it first and then, yep.
I'll make a motion to sign the safety letter to DOT for signing the Highway 30 V18 interchange. And thank you again, Garrison. Very nice job on this letter.
I'll second that.
And I'd like to thank Garrison for writing that up, taking care of it. It's been moved and seconded to sign the letter for the DOT, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried.
I made it, that copy that I got, I put in 4 commas, and it's different than the one I sent you.
Oh, okay, You wanted to sign that one, now make a copy
Yeah,
for their records? Okay.
You want more than one copy?
huh?
You want more than one copy?
I'll make
The
a
one
copy.
I got right there, has got 4 commas, and I didn't have it.
Okay.
That's fine.
Well, I hope that does some good.
Okay, here we go, Garrison.
Thank you again, Garrison.
I just didn't know if I needed, he's supposed to come next time. Okay, I'll just see if he shows up.
Dennis forever.
Oh, there he is.
Speak to the devil, there he is.
still has 5 minutes.
Yeah, we've still got time.
Shoot.
Morning, Dennis. Morning. How you been? Good.
Good morning, Dennis.
Morning.
Hi, Dennis. Hi.
Oh, Kurt, hi.
Well, I've got a few minutes before 9:45. Better wait till 9.
Yeah. I'll put this in my file.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds good, thank you. Thank you very much.
Did you have a nice Thanksgiving there, Mr. Sheriff?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Next year, at this time, you'll probably be in Hawaii or Florida or,
No.
no?
No. Maybe Alaska.
Oh, the other way. Never been there. My mom and dad said they took a cruise up there one time. They said it's beautiful.
First Thanksgiving dinner, all we had was egg salad sandwiches.
Really?
Yeah, it was okay.
It is beautiful.
Is it? Yeah. I'm more of a bikini and sand type of guy.
Warm weather. How do you look in a bikini?
Thanks, Karen.
I like the designs. They're very interesting.
I bet it, the sand would look better.
Okay, I probably should have just said warm weather. Speaking of that, no box, we ought to go on a cruise. Let's go on a cruise.
A what?
A cruise. You big ship, you hop on it and it.
Don't mention Alaska. That's what she
No,
wants.
what? No, not.
Oh.
No, we can't go to Alaska.
Already knew that.
She's going with or without him.
Bahamas or something like that.
Nikki, you need to get Dennis to talk to Tom.
You talk to
I won't take a cruise
Jim's-
either, Tom.
Nick, you can talk to Jim Smith. I think he used to go up and hunt up there.
Fly up, run a motorhome and
London.
enjoy it.
Yep.
That's what we
Maybe on
fish.
some hot dog cars.
Well,
Yep,
if the fish is no good, we go see the kids. So-
Fishing first before the kids, huh?
Not really.
Okay, I have 9:45, we'll discuss animal control contract with Dayton County Humane Society.
Dennis,
Hi.
how are you?
Good. Good, you?
Tired.
Okay. Long weekend.
It's been a weekend. I only brought one copy, but this is typically what we have Tama City PD, Toledo PD, Meskwaki, and Dicer fill out. I am planning on changing it come the first of the year, cause for some reason, there's no marking to be able to tell if a female dog is spayed or not. So I'm gonna make it a straight $50 across the board, doesn't matter if it's fixed or not when it comes to a dog. Most of the time they don't bring us in cats. I'm not expecting y'all to bring me in cats. I don't need any more cats. Dicert's about the only one that ever brings us in cats, so that will stay on there. We used to have separate ones for each PD. It became too expensive, so we went to just one. Like I stated last week, I'm not expecting the sheriff's station to go out and respond to every single stray dog call you get. You wouldn't get anything done throughout the day. What I am asking for is when you guys pull someone over, it is illegal for me to leave a dog in a car. Whether it's hot, cold, whatever. I would expect it would be the same for a sheriff to leave an animal in a vehicle. I am the only licensed pound or policeman for these animals to go. So if you don't bring them to me, where are you gonna take them? When you pull someone over and there's a dog in the vehicle.
I need a better understanding of what you mean by that, because pulling somebody over with a dog in the vehicle, are
And
you talking about an overly parked vehicle that's unattended?
I'm talking somebody speeding down the highway, or somebody has a medical emergency and you pull them over and there's an animal in that vehicle and they are either being taken to the sheriff's station or to the hospital and there's an animal in the vehicle. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking just some random person parked on the side of the road. I'm talking if you're taking them elsewhere away from their vehicle and that dog has to go somewhere. I know a couple of weeks ago, a guy from, I think it was Knoxville, wound up in Traer. Somebody found him, he has dementia, he had to go to the hospital. The dogs were brought to me. Yes, the owner's son came and got them. The dogs weren't with me for more than 3.5 hours. But still, that was food, water, newspapers, our time to care for them.
What did you do, what did it cost the owner to pick the dog
$40. It's $20. It doesn't matter if that dog walks in and the owner is walking in right behind them. It's $20. It's what I charge every single return to owner. I charge, you call me and tell me you found a stray dog on the side of the road. I charge you to bring me that dog. I pay for the animals I bring in. We are the only shelter pound in Tama County.
I'll be there. Concrete masonry. I could've, yeah.
All PDs get billed quarterly, so it's not every single month they get a bill from me. It's each quarter I add up the total for each PD.
What happens, you're a
nonprofit, donation based.
no, I'm talking, like, if they don't come get them?
If they don't come get them, state law requires, it's 3, 5, or 7 days of state law is all I have to hold. I'd have to look it up to be sure. We do at 10. I want the animal to go home. That is my goal. I don't want them stuck in the shelter. So we do hold strays for 10 days. If the owner doesn't come and get them, they're put up for adoption. They're spayed, they're neutered, they're vaccinated, and then they're put up for adoption.
I always thought, when I was thinking about it this week, one day, it's like $20 is fairly cheap to come get your dog, but if you
think
bring it
about
higher,
it,
or you go to $50 to get,
they're not gonna come and get
yeah, screw
them.
you guys.
Not
can keep
only
it.
that, if you think about it, if I hold them for 10 days, and it's $20 a day, and they come on the 10th day, it's $200. My adoption fees, and I can't raise my adoption fees, I did that, and the amount of hatred we got for it was ridiculous. My adoption fees are $150 for anything a year and over, $200 for a puppy. So then they kind of look at it, well, your adoption fees are cheaper than your return to owner. Well, I kind of want the dog to go home, and I did raise our return to owner fees. They were like $5. But we're looked at as a cheap, glorified babysitter at that point. Oh, well, it's only gonna cost me $20 to leave my dog there for 5 days. Well, that's cheap. They feed, they water, they care for them. So I did raise it to $20 a couple of years ago.
How many, times in the other agencies that have been bringing dogs, strays or whatever, to you, they're considered a stray, obviously.
Yeah.
And, then the owner picks them up. Do you notify law enforcement back so that they can cite the owner for having a loose dog?
They've never asked me to, so I don't. I know right now I've got a dog that's a frequent flyer. Quickly put on the comments. Owner has to get in contact with them before I can release them. I'm guessing it's for them to charge them as a dog at large. The owner's not coming for the dog. I knew he wasn't gonna come for the dog, but I mean, if that's, I have no problem doing that.
Well, I think if a county sign, if we have a contract for $50, your obligation back to us should be to notify us
Yeah.
who the proper owner is of the dog, so we can take the proper steps to cite the dog.
Yeah,
And the owner doesn't need to know,
That
that
they're- yeah.
until we make that contact
Yeah.
with them.
yeah, I'm good with that. I'm just,
Man, and my thoughts there is then we can go ahead and then turn around and seek restitution back for that $50.
Yes.
It costs the taxpayers to bring somebody's stray dog in there.
yep. No, I fully am in support of that. I'm almost positive I brought that up the last time. If you guys bring me a dog and you guys, I need to recoup some funds. You guys need to recoup that fund. I don't see a problem with that.
What happens with dogs that are nuisance, either loose or on a chain barking in a kennel?
That is 100% up
Or
to,
neglected?
that's up to the county. That has absolutely nothing to do.
What if it's local PD,
Yes.
town police?
I'm not for sure what their protocol.
They come to you?
I'm not,
You don't know.
that one I'm not for sure of. I know I've gotten calls from people locally, hey, there's a dog, it's been chained up outside, it won't shut up. You're gonna have to call your local PD. That has absolutely nothing to do with us. I don't know their city ordinances.
Okay.
They've never brought me in a dog that they have confiscated from someone. It's always animals that are just running loose that people call them about and they bring them to me.
But what you're talking about with the sheriff is more when they have
When
a
they-
stop, a traffic stop, and then,
And that person is
The
either
pet with
taken to
that.
jail or taken to the hospital or whatever the case may be.
Well, it's gonna have to be, it's a rare circumstance when I'm gonna allow.
Yes,
Let me finish. I'm gonna allow the officers to put an animal in their squad. Because typically we don't haul animals, we haul hospital patients or inmates. And it's quite a OSHA issue by sticking an individual in a location where you had a animal. And, of course, then you got the sanitation issues, et cetera. How many big staff do you have?
it's me. I'm there Monday through Sunday, anywhere between 7 and 7:30 to whenever I get out of there.
Do you have somebody, if one of my deputies stop a car and needs to do something with the animal, do you have staff to come and pick that animal up?
No. I'm not gonna say 100% no. I have, if we are available, I have gone out and retrieved animals from other PD. My thing is I always make sure an officer is there. I won't do it unless an officer is present. And then the contract would still have to be filled out.
$50 wouldn't be so bad if you come and retrieve the dog. Maybe we need a
You know
dog
what I mean?
catcher.
But once again, I've got 2 kids at home. I
Well,
can't
I
wake up,
understand.
I can't
Yeah,
wake up at
yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning and
I get it.
drive to Gladbrook.
So do you have a location to put an animal after hours, 3 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
when nobody's staffed
Tama,
there?
Toledo, Meskwaki, and Dicer all have my door code.
Okay.
So if this, and anytime the door code changes, dispatch has it. Who else has it? I think dispatch has it, and then all offices have my door code. And then if we ever change it, everybody gets notified.
Well, it's rare circumstances when we're gonna hold a dog,
Yes,
like that situation happened up in Troy.
yep, which is why I need something in place for it. I would love to be able to take in every single animal. It would be my dream. But I can't, which is why I'm saying you guys can't spend your entire shift responding to every single dog at large call. It's just for those circumstances where the owner is not going to physically be present with that animal.
To be honest, it's up to you guys.
Your biggest hangup is the dog in the car.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's, you know, Iowa code covers us when we go into dog calls that are destroying livestock or acting aggressive towards people. That's, you know, we're covered there under Iowa code, and what steps we can take there. And actually, sometimes those are hard to retrieve anyway. But in this circumstance, what she's saying, that elderly person lost his way, had his dogs with, probably didn't even know he had the dogs with.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
And we had to do something with the dogs. That was wee hours of the morning as well.
That was an early morning for me.
So this is more just a contingency for the rare occasion, right?
Exactly.
Yep, that's what I was thinking you were
Yeah.
saying, so.
Is this a contract that would be more between your office and them instead of us being involved with it? Or,
Billy, well, I'm gonna have to budget a line for stray animals now.
I know.
Yeah, I guess either way, it would be, I mean, you know, I don't set the county code, you gentlemen set the county code. We enforce what's on the code. Same thing with the community, Traer, Cluter, Gladbrook, et cetera. We enforce what they have on their codes. That's why I'm saying it would be up to you if you feel that we need a contract or are willing to do a contract with the animal rescue.
I know Marshalltown ARL just changed their contract with the city. And I know I have at least one board member that would love to get more money out of Tama, Toledo, Dicer, Meskwaki. I'm not looking for a huge amount. I know Marshalltown pays the ARL close to $50,000 a year. I'm looking for the rare occasion that you guys would bring me in an animal.
What did you mean by they'd like to see more money coming out?
They
of
would
Tama
love
County?
to see Tama, Toledo, Desert, Meskwaki pay more than $50. And I'm not looking for that. I don't want it. I don't think they would bring in the strays. I think we'd see more dead dogs ran over on the side of the road.
So you're under the same board as,
No, we've got a new board member.
oh, okay,
And
all right.
she was associated with a few other shelters, and I'm looking for just a small hint of help for those rare occasions.
Who does the spaying and neutering of the animals, cats and dogs?
I've got contracts with 3 veterinarians. Right now, one of them's out of the question. They don't have a vet, which is ARL, or not ARL, Iowa Humane Alliance in Cedar Rapids. They don't have a vet right now. Coop, Doc Coop and, Dr. Downs, we work with them. And then I've got a deal with VCA in Marshalltown that gives us not a huge deal, but a decent deal for spay and neutering. I do all the vaccinations aside from rabies. I'm not a licensed vet, I can't do rabies. I've gotta have Christy or Coop come over to the shelter, or I've gotta take the animal over there. Other than cats, I can give a rabies vaccination to a cat.
So you mentioned that you've got a waiting list of animals to come in
I
to
do.
space. What do you tell people to do? I mean, a lot of times it's because somebody has died or gone to a nursing home or assisted living, so where do you tell them to take their animals?
Call around, I can put you on my wait list. I will not become a kill shelter. I can't. In my heart, I can't.
I just wondered what you did advise these people to do.
Call around to other shelters, hold on to them until I do have the room, keep checking back with me.
Okay.
I was just able to take in 10 cats off of my wait list to be brought in. So I am moving forward with that.
Sure.
But I know a lot of people would like to see us make room for certain animals, and I won't become a kill shelter. I'll leave before I euthanize a perfectly healthy dog or cat that is adoptable just to make room for another one.
How do you finance the ads that are in the shop or in the papers? Those are very
Somebody
good.
donates.
Those ads are very good.
I have absolutely, it's an anonymous donor. I have no clue who it is.
Okay, how do you feel about a contract, Dennis?
It's up to you. Preferably not, it'd be the rare occasion, I guess, you know, that in that kind of a circumstance, where that circumstance
Yes.
we use as a prayer, that instance, you know, I guess if that's what it takes to be able to, that's another aid that we're doing with the family to, you know, make sure everything the outcome is a good outcome. You know, we got the elderly to the hospital, and we had to do something with the family dogs. And so in that situation, you know, I guess I'm not opposed to it. It's, you know, I gotta ask this then, is the contract with the Toledo Police Department or the City of Toledo? This Meskwaki PD or the Meskwaki Tribal or Tama PD or Tama
I
City?
send the bill to Tama PD, Toledo PD, Meskwaki PD, Dysart PD. Who pays that? I have absolutely no clue. I don't see the checks for that. That goes to our PO box. I wanna guess it's probably with the city, is just like I couldn't just come to you when I was told I had to come and speak in front of the Board of Supervisors. I can't just go to PD and ask them, here, I need you to sign this so that we can continue to work together. I know come the first of the year, once I redo the contracts, I've gotta go and speak in front of the city board for Tama, Toledo, Dysart, and I don't know who I go and talk to for Meskwaki. But I also know there's a woman out on Meskwaki trying to start up her own rescue, so.
How much room you have in your trunks? Not for the animal.
I was gonna say,
I mean,
please
could you,
don't.
like, have a fold-up kennel in there?
No.
Okay, I mean, something that way you can put it in that and then put it in the back seat.
No.
I'm just trying to help.
No.
No?
No, it takes various sizes of kennels for various sizes of
I
animals.
Not only that, but they can reach through those wire kennels, and those are the only ones that fold up.
No,
Oh my gosh, they could, oh geez, they can do so much damage.
just trying to shoot an idea,
So-
okay. Yeah.
It was a good idea.
Um,
No, it's not.
Good question. It was a good question, Kurt.
Dennis,
Not a good idea.
if you'd be willing to do that, I don't think we'd have any problem adding budget line.
Well, but if I can recoup through getting the information of the owner that did contact and ask, and get, and, you know, obviously there'd be a citation, there would be a fine, and then plus the restitution.
Yeah.
Is what we'd be asking for. And, you know, that's gonna be, and I look at it this way, that's gonna be once they have their dog back in their possession.
So I got a question for you. How much is the fine, the restitution?
That's usually up to what the court system has.
All
said.
of that.
I'm not sure. The restitution would be the $50 to recoup
And then
that
you
cost
get-
for one
okay.
thing.
Yeah,
That'd be the main thing.
Is that something you can add on that contract, or is it?
I
on that
can't,
contract?
that's,
I would leave that alone.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't wanna see an instance where, like she already mentioned, that if the owner knows that there's gonna be a citation coming, they're gonna avoid picking up their animal.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
but
we don't
can you add
wanna-
to the contract that she needs to notify you of the person that